This is Warzone Jones, and this is my Raw review. Raw had a 3-hour special tonight, and a lot of people say that the 3-hour special shows are, well, not good, that they're not as relevant, they're not as special, and, well, I gotta tell you right now, this 3-hour show completely sucked, in my opinion. The show sucked. As a matter of fact, this show was just bad. Everything was stupid from the matches, from the segments. A lot of the segments was just stupid. And it was just, this show, I just saw a lot of stupid stuff on this show. Matter of fact, this show was just as bad. Probably the worst 3-hour show since the Raw, Slammy Awards. Like, that Slammy Awards show was just bad and boring, and this show was just bad and boring. It was just a bad show, and the guest host, wow. I mean, talk about some of the worst guest hosts I ever seen in my life. The guest hosts were terrible. They really didn't act like a guest host. They didn't book any matches. Well, I can understand why, because the fans are the ones who was booking the matches, and it seemed like to me that you and me, we were the real guest hosts, because, hey, the fans get to book the matches, they get to pick the stipulations, and while the guest hosts, they were doing nothing except for actually pretending to be the actual A-team. Like, are you kidding me? And in my opinion, they used Quentin Rampage Jackson just wrong. They just used him wrong, and I think his little mohawk he had on his head was actually fake. I actually think that was a little fake mohawk, like he didn't have a real cut. To me, it just looked fake to me. But let's talk about the beginning of the show. Now, in the beginning of the show, you had this stipulation where, basically, I can't remember all the stipulations. It was a match between the Big Show and Chris Jericho, and one of the stipulations was a body slam match. A body slam match. Well, whoever gets body slam first, who loses. Loses, excuse me. So, you already know that the Big Show body slammed Chris Jericho, so Big Show, he had won, and the other stipulations were, you throw the wrestler over the top, or it was a submission match, and the Big Show, even though he did body slam Chris Jericho successfully, he decided to not only do that, make him tap out and throw him over the road, so Chris Jericho sort of got buried tonight. I'm pretty sure a lot of Jericho fans are not happy about that, but moving on from that, he even had a segment between Randy Orton and Edge, and, this is really well, in the beginning of the show really happened. They had made this match between Edge and Randy Orton, and Edge had to fight with one arm tied behind his back because, well, Randy Orton, his arm was in the sling, so he was fighting with one arm. So, but that match, that plays on later on tonight. You had a battle royal. You had a Divas Battle Royal, and the Divas Battle Royal, well, it was a Divas Battle Royal. What do you expect from a Divas Battle Royal? They had other stipulations like, what the two champions, the Divas champion and the women's champion will face each other. I actually sort of wanted to see that. Now that I'm thinking that it's going to be good, but I actually sort of wanted to see it. Or you had a 7 women's tag team match, I believe that's what it was. But they had a Divas match, so the fans picked the Divas match, not the guest host, but the fans picked the Divas match. So they had a Divas match, and who won that match? Maurice, the beautiful, sexy, gorgeous Maurice. She is so fine. She wins this match. And, a lot of people don't like Maurice, but, Maurice, even though she's not necessarily a good wrestler, but, she's just fine, and she's just a fine, beautiful woman, and on top of that, she got a lot of charisma, so I would say she get over off her beauty and her charisma, so that's good enough. At least that's good enough, that's good enough for me, because, hey, let's be honest, all the divas pretty much sucked in the ring anyway, so, but at least she got charisma to back that up, unlike most of the divas. But moving on from that, you even had this other stipulation between Vladimir Kozlov and Santino Marella. Now, these guys had a dance-off. Can't remember the other stipulations they had, but they had a dance-off, and this was just bad, boring, just not necessarily boring, but it was just stupid. It was a stupid segment, and these guys were dancing. And when Vladimir Kozlov was dancing, Michael Cole says, "Vintage Vladimir Kozlov." Why in the hell, Michael Cole, would he say vintage Vladimir Kozlov doing his dance moves? Like, are you kidding me? Vintage Vladimir Kozlov doing his dance move? Now, Michael Cole, he would know. I really don't complain about Michael Cole a lot, like a lot of other people do. Like, I don't think Michael Cole is as bad as an announcer as people try to make it seem like he is. But when he said that, I was I was thinking like, wow, Michael, like that was just stupid for you to say. Don't say vintage. Like, are you kidding me? But Vladimir Kozlov wins the dance off unexpectedly, by the way. And I don't understand why, why these guys are constantly having all these segments, with each other. Their segments aren't good. Their segments aren't good. And apparently, these guys are supposed to have a sitcom one day. With the WWE apparently, having a sitcom with Santino Marella and Vladimir Kozlov, in a sitcom one day. That's just what I heard. Hopefully, that's not true because I'm not enjoying any of their backstage segments on Raw. So let alone enjoy their sitcoms. So hopefully they scratched that. Now, moving on from there, you had a couple more other things going down. The A-Team, these guys were literally going around pretending like they was the actual A-Team. Everything was just stupid, though. The A-Team, they're probably the worst guest host ever, period. They're the worst guest hosts, and just the simple fact is they didn't do nothing. And the stuff that they was doing, it was just completely stupid. So they in the worst guest host Hall of Fame, in my opinion. And Quentin Jackson, Jesus Christ, they use Quentin Jackson wrong. And if you don't know who Quentin Jackson is, this guy's an MMA fighter. He had a fight, earlier on this month, and he lost. But Quentin Jackson, that guy actually got a potential to be a pro wrestler because he got a lot of charisma, and But all the stuff that they was doing was just bad. And Rowdy Piper was there tonight, and it was just a couple more other stuff that they was doing. It was just bad and just stupid. Now Edge and Randy Orton, these guys had their match, and their match wasn't really nothing. Edge had basically had left the ring. He even had a match between Kane and what is his name? What is that Irish guy named Sheamus? The guy who looked like a bottle of milk. Yeah, a match between Kane and Sheamus, and these guys had a match not a match, but a segment backstage, and he was basically asking him, did you jump the Undertaker? And Sheamus basically said no, and he said if I did, I wouldn't have had it. I would let the whole world know, just like I did with Triple H. But these guys have a match later on tonight, and they basically was trying to, get us to vote vote Kane to face Sheamus, because you had, Sheamus had to face a couple of guys, and you had to vote on that, and everybody voted for Kane, and these guys had a match, and the match ended in a count out. Sheamus got counted out, just as I figured it was going to end in a count out. They don't want to, I guess, make either guy look weak, especially since Sheamus is having this pay-per-view match just coming up, and ain't doing this strong storyline with Kane. So moving on though. But the end of the show, the only good thing about Raw tonight was just the end of the show, in my opinion. And that's when the NXT rookies came out and they jumped everybody. Now, when I say everybody, they jumped everybody. And John Cena was wrestling CM Punk. All the fans that picked CM Punk to wrestle John Cena, these guys had their match. Wasn't necessarily a good match, but that's not the point. The match, it wasn't bad, but during the match, the NXT Season 1 rookie comes out, Wade Barrett. He comes out. The winner, he comes out, and I'm thinking, well, maybe he's going to cash in his championship title opportunity or something, because the winner of NXT gets a championship title shot of a champion of their choosing. So I'm guessing he's about to come out and cash in his little title shot. But then all of a sudden, I see all the other NXT rookies come out from the crowd. And matter of fact, then I see some more. Matter of fact, then all of a sudden it was all of them. They all get in the ring, and they jump John Cena. They jump CM Punk. They jump, what's his name, Luke Gallows. They jump Jerry the King Lawler. They jump Matt Striker. He was out there. They didn't get Michael Cole. I think Michael Cole had left. He ran before anybody. So he ran before anybody can get to him. So he got lucky. But they jumped the ring announcers. They jumped the bell keeper, the timekeeper. They jumped just about everybody who was out there. They tore up the ring. They tore up the ropes. They tore up the announcer table. They tore up everything basically. So it sort of looked like WCW. I would say when the NWO is jumping on one guy. That's what this pretty much was. So all the NXT rookies, they beat the dog mess out of John Cena, especially because John Cena had to go out on a stretcher. So I'm just gonna go ahead and guess that the NXT rookies are the guys who jumped the Undertaker and left him in vegetarian state. Oh wait, no, it's not vegetarian state. What is it? Vegetated state, I guess is what they say. Vegetated state. So I'm just going ahead. I'm going to go ahead and guess that the NXT rookies are the ones who jumped the Undertaker and left him in a vegetated state. That's just what I think. If you know the person who jumped on, please don't leave no comments down there. Cause hey, I want to find out for myself. I encourage you to find out for your just wait and see see who the guy who jumped the Undertaker. So I'm just gonna go ahead and guess that it was the NXT rookies. But that was the only good part of this show, was when the NXT rookies come out. So the rookies are the only good part of this show. Other than that, I thought the show sucked. So this is Warzone Jones. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so. And I'm out.